How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Catching Cars. We are currently in a 2026 Kia Picanto in a very interesting spec or trim, as I find. This is a Kia Picanto with the GT line, and it's almost fully equipped, but we do have the base engine. So we have we have 68 PS or metric horsepower on tap, which means this is definitely no rocket ship. A quick mention of our partners at Dream Giveaway Garage. They're giving away this Petty Hellcat customized by the legendary racing driver Richard Petty. Entry tickets for this insane Hellcat start at just $3, so be sure to click the link in the description or the pinned comment for more details. Thank you for supporting the channel, and good luck on winning an absolute beast of a car. Now back to the video. But I just want to give you guys my review of this vehicle, this Kia Picanto that we have, thanks to Kia Deutschland, Kia Germany. And I also want to shout them out because they have been an awesome company to work with. And I can't say that about all auto manufacturers. They've been really easygoing about press vehicles, really cool to work with. And I believe if that's how they treat us creators, that's probably also how they treat their other business partners, and possibly also how they treat their customers. Now, you also know that Kia has great warranty in most countries, and I just wanted to shout that out. I'm not even sponsored by them. Yes, this is a press vehicle that they give me to test for a couple of weeks, but I'm not really sponsored by them. I just wanted to say that because that's how I feel, and I like working with them very much because they've been very, very cool about everything. But yeah, back to the Kia Picanto with 68 PS. So like I said, not a rocket ship, but that 68 PS does mean that you can actually grab this car by the neck and have some fun, right? You can really ring it out without even going, you know, way above the speed limit. If that, you really have to ring it out even just to swim with modern traffic, right? There's a lot of cars out there. Porsche 911 Turbo comes to mind that are very cool, and I'm not comparing this in any way with a 911 Turbo, right? But on most public roads, you're never gonna get to the limits or even close to the limits of that 911 Turbo, and you can't even really push it, you know, through first gear before breaking the speed limit, right? Before breaking the law and getting yourself in some serious trouble if you get caught, right? And this car is quite the opposite. So you can really grab it by the neck and ring it out, and that can be quite a little bit of fun. This car is also very light. It weighs 1,025 kilos, which in today's world is almost unheard of. I mean, everything is at least 1,200, 1,300 kilos, even in Europe. And with mild hybrids and all these hybrids, plug-in hybrids and all that stuff being built into cars now, a lot of cars, you know, tip the scale. They're over 2,000 kilograms. So that's, I mean, 1,000 kilograms is really almost unheard of in today's day and age. And that means that you can also have quite a little bit of fun in corners. Now, of course, this is not a sporty setup vehicle. Everything is very light. The steering is very light. The gear shift, the clutch pedal especially, and also the brake and gas pedal, everything is just very light. They're enjoying that sunset in that MX-5. I know they are. But everything is very, very light with this vehicle. And normally that would translate to a, I guess, numb feeling vehicle, right? Kind of a city vehicle where this is also marketed or targeted for. But in this vehicle, because it's so cute and light, and the overall package, it somehow translates to fun. I can't quite describe it, but I've had more fun driving this Kia Picanto than I've had driving, like, let's say, a regular standard European car, the Volkswagen Golf, not the GTI, but the regular Golf with the 1.5 TSI and 150 horsepower PS, right? This car is much more fun than a standard Golf. And I think that this car kind of brings you back to the old days, really. This is, I assume, how cars felt maybe in the 80s, the 90s. You know, they had around this power, and they were lightweight. But you add all the creature comforts like heated seats, heated steering wheel, climate control, air conditioning, you know, Bluetooth audio and all that stuff, plus all the annoying assistance technology. You have all that with this 2026 Kia Picanto. But like I said, it kind of brings you back to the roots, and I've had quite a bit of fun driving this vehicle, more than I expected. Now, of course, you do have to set your expectations low. Wind noise is very loud. As you can hear now, we're only doing 110, 115 kilometers here. And the wind noise is you know, starting to get pretty loud. And I've driven this across, you know, a couple of hours, a couple of road trips I've done in this on the Autobahn. And yeah, wind noise is loud. Set your expectations low. But if you set your expectations low, this car might surprise you, and you might have a little more fun than you expected. I also caught myself, I had a couple of other cars to test over these past couple of days, and I was able to choose in the morning which car I want to drive. And I knew that when I had something to do in like the city center, right? European cities, very crowded, I would take the Picanto because I knew, okay, it's gonna be easier to park. You know, I'm gonna be able to, you know, zip around in and out of lanes wherever I need to go. And everything is just so easy with this vehicle, right? Now, of course, it is a 5-speed manual. You don't have a 6th gear. Like I said, there are a couple of things where you do notice cost cutting. But I think a 6th gear in this vehicle would probably be nonsense anyway because it doesn't have enough power for that 6th gear. Let's ring it out one more time. Yeah, this thing is for some reason it's fun. It's cute and fun, right? Cost cutting, yes. 5 gears, 5 speeds, whatever. That's fine. There are a couple of things that really bothered me. One, of course, being in Europe still, the assistance technology still there, still annoying. Nothing's changed, of course not. But in order to deactivate it, you have a little shortcut here. So if you're in this menu here on this center screen here, or in the gauge cluster, you can hold this OK button. Then it will pop up the assistance technology here, and then you can, you know, deactivate all the annoying stuff. What is very frustrating about this is that you have to do it every time you restart the vehicle, right? And this screen takes about a good 20 seconds to boot up once you start up the vehicle. So that means every time you get in this vehicle, if you don't want assistance technology on, you want to drive yourself without being bothered, you have to wait about a good 20 seconds until this is ready, and then you can deactivate everything. So that took about 20 seconds out of each drive that I've had with this vehicle when I was going somewhere with this Picanto. Now, you can deactivate some of the stuff on the go, but some of the stuff you can't deactivate while you're driving, which is extremely frustrating and annoying. I don't understand that. Why can't I deactivate the forward safety while I'm driving? That used to be possible. Not just with Kia, but with most vehicles. And now in Europe, you can't do that anymore. If somebody knows the info on this, please, you know, write down in the comments below why that's the case, because that's very, very annoying and frustrating for me. And I would like to get to the bottom of this and figure this stuff out. But I've tried out the assistance technology in this Kia Picanto. The lane assist is fine. It all works fine. And it's getting better. I can see the brands are putting work into it. I do try the assistance technology every once in a while with different vehicles, but it's never going to be able to replicate the intuition and foresight of an experienced driver that's not distracted by his phone or something, right? His or her phone. It will never be able to replicate that. I think, you know, an experienced driver will always be better, and we always see more than these assistance systems can see. And also, it's just not smooth. I don't like the way assistance technology yanks me back in the lane or applies the brakes or something. It's just always too I don't like it. It's like a drunk driver, right? I don't like it. But yeah, so that, and then you have all the beeps and bonks. But enough of that. So the assistance technology has to be deactivated every time you get in the vehicle, of course, being a European vehicle. That was very annoying. Another thing that's annoying is I spoke on ringing the car out, right? If you ring this car out, you don't have a regular RPM readout, right? You have this digital thing here, but you can't change that. There are some Kias where you can change like the entire screen. It's like a digital gauge. Here, only the middle part is digital. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Let me move up the steering wheel a little bit. So you can change that middle part there, right, to show you a couple of things. But you cannot change the RPM readout and the speedo, right? So that's very, very annoying and frustrating. I didn't know where the red line was until I tried it out. I know that it's at 6,500 RPM, but I didn't know that until I tried it, right? And I don't think anybody's gonna go red line hunting in their Kia Picanto besides me. But why don't you just give us a regular speedo and a regular RPM readout? I mean, if you wanted to save money, Kia, just give us the old gauges. They were much better than this. Just give us the gauges from Kia Picantos from 10, 20 years ago, or from a different Kia product, right? So that is very annoying and frustrating. And then there's another thing that really did bother me. So here you have a visor with a mirror, and then you have 3 lights, 1, 2, and then there's another one here. On the passenger side, you have a visor with a mirror that's completely different, and you don't have any lights at all. So you gave me 3 lights here, but 0 lights there. Why didn't you just give me 1 light here, 1 light there, and then you could have still saved some money probably, right? I don't get it, and I've seen a lot of cost cutting in recent years, and I get that, you know, but come on, these brands have been making cars for so many years, they should know better, right? Maybe they're just waiting for somebody to point it out, and I will point it out. But yeah, other than that, man, those were the few gripes I've had with this Kia Picanto. If you set your expectations low, this thing will probably surprise you, and you might have just that smidge of fun, right? I'm not saying this is a GTI competitor or even anything. It's nothing sporty, right? But due to its lightweight, it kind of feels nimble, and it kind of feels fun. And due to it being a shorter wheelbase, lightweight, everything is super light, the steering and the gear shift and everything, it somehow translates to fun. And I've enjoyed this Kia Picanto a lot more than I expected I would. So that'll be it for today, guys. Be sure to subscribe to Catching Cars if you haven't already. Also be sure to watch the next video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. A quick add-on to the Kia Picanto video. It is a couple of minutes later. You can see it's getting dark, but I forgot to mention that this Kia, as other Kias also, still has that stupid driver warning system, I guess fatigue warning system, please consider to take a break thingy, right? I don't understand what that is, I mean, and where it is and how I can deactivate it. I've never found that in any modern Kia, and it's very annoying because sometimes it'll just randomly tell you to please consider to take a break for no reason, right? I'm in my lane, I'm doing everything, I'm paying attention. I might be talking on the phone, you know, through Bluetooth, or I might be looking around at the scenery, but I'm paying attention. I don't want this thing beeping at me all the time. With this Kia Picanto, it was a lot less annoying than it was with some other Kias that I've driven, but it just popped up again, and I remembered that, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys in the video.